right? To begin the game as Monkey King taking off his perch here. There's a telekinesis onto the Queen of Pain, but the false promise will keep him alive for a little bit longer. Matumba Man looks to be super dead. A Sonic Wave will actually ensure that. Not sure if it was 100% needed. Sonic Wave was stolen. Yapzor with a 3-man Sonic Wave. It was green. It was delicious. It was beautiful. 2 for 1 right now. The multicast onto the troll. He's going to pop that ult. Of course, they don't have false promise or anything like that to keep him alive any longer, so he will fall shortly after. And it looks like Nip is now on the run. So able to steal, but take the Roche in the midst. As we're going to see another roar onto Nisha now. So that is a quick kill on the Death Prof, and that means Secret needs to get the hell out. Tier 1 tower will likely fall now. Telekinesis onto Charlie into the Fire Blast. He might actually get the Aegis is already consumed. The egg is down. Can they kill it? The Echo Saber going to work. They're going to be able to get the Phoenix. Balance Strike onto 2. Sonic Wave, I just heard it. Not sure how many heroes it actually hit, though. It's a 2 for 1. Looks like they will find Matumba, but Nisha and company know this. Nip still forcing the issue, though. Multicast again onto the Beastmaster. Puppy gets a nice Fire Blast off. BKB pop by Nisha. He's going to get Exorcism off. Sonic Wave to follow. Yules to keep the DP alive a little bit longer. Will attempt to kill this. The roar just in time as Era stuns the entirety of Team Secret, it feels like. Nisha's going to be the second fall. Both cores are dead. And with this, Nip should be able to help clean up. A nice stomp here from Zai, but it looks to be his death as well. Very beautiful fight from Nip.
The egg could technically get broken, and you can win the fight if it's a good one.
Ooh, Troll Warlord initiated on the start. Here comes the Wukong's command onto 2 heroes. Oracle doesn't have a Ghost Scepter, but he's going to die shortly after. Supreme blinks out to safety, and looks like Secret are going to focus onto Saberlight's Beastmaster. Gets off the roar, but dies shortly after. That Nip is in. Puppy's going to break. Gets off the ward. We can see plain and clear. He did not multicast. 75%. He did not multicast, ladies and gentlemen. It happened. Hoof stomp onto Supreme. He's going to get caught off guard again. A Sonic Wave finishes him off. And with that, will Nip try to back? No, they're going to continue on as the buyback is here from the Queen of Pain. False promise on Charlie, maybe a little bit prematurely, as Saberlight getting completely focused inside the Monkey King ult. Egg did go all the way through the animation, so stuns the entirety of Team Secret, but Era is just going to fall very shortly after. And I believe that was the Beastmaster ult again being stolen and used on his own team. Charlie looks to be donezo. 4-4-0 as Secret. Sorry, 5-0 with the buyback from Quap. Very strong. Even as a tree, he looks menacing. I mean, that haste rune and bloodlust effect.
Poking Charlie while they jump the back line.
Yeah, Beastmaster still has the roar. Supreme looks like he's going to help finish off Puppy here, but there's the jump in. Sonic Wave is used by Supreme with the BKB activated. Nisha gets off Exorcism. Troll's going to pop his ult and stay alive, but for how long is the question? Matumba Man gets the Wukong's command off. There's the false promise from Charlie. Onto Charlie, I should say, is Matumba Man will lose the Aegis. See if Troll War will be able to live any longer here. He gets popped after the false promise ends. Does have buyback. But this Exorcism being up for a decent amount of duration now. Soneko is deleted off the map. Troll Warlord buys back into the game, but there's the patented multicast from Puppy. Charlie getting some heals. Hoof stomp, the fake in from Zai. Looks like they'll be able to get another kill here as Matumba Man getting quite low. He's going to get healed a little bit. Looks like he might go down to that dot. We'll see that the Phoenix Egg is basically impossible to kill at this point. Matumba Man did live as a result of the heals coming out.
He stole it on Yapzor.
He stole Egg! He did it!
He actually got it.
Basically impossible, he says.
Maybe with Lens, and he doesn't have the catch.
Yes. I was gonna say.
Really quick, I don't... Well, that's a
Zai died, but the Balance Strike deletes the buyback on the Oracle. Looks like Era is next, and this could be the beginning and end of game 1. Although DP gets roared, so they will find a very important kill. So Secret might have to back now. Yapzor TP's out to safety, leaves Matumba Man, who just wants to man-fight his way to base. Not that it was the wrong move, but should be noted that Supreme used that Sonic Wave before he picked up the Adagium Scepter, so it's still going to be on cooldown here. As the fight breaks out, Matumba Man jumps in onto the Beastmaster, a huge boundless strike with a false promise. Will keep Saberlight alive. He's able to TP out, or blink TP. Roar used on the Queen of Pain, and he actually stole Blink, so he's going to have a double Blink on Yapzor, his favorite combination, and he steals Sonic away.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Puppy's going to be found out here. The roar is there.
He stole
Axis. Did not steal it this time. Yep, Axis, unfortunate, but it is the Aghanim's Axis, so he could use that to full effect as Troll Warlord still with the Aegis intact inside the Wukong's command. That's a level 25 talent one. And Zai getting beat down as the egg will break here. Not break, but hatch. I guess that's the right way to talk about it. Centaur buys back into the game as it looks like Ogre Magi. Puppey will have to die and buy back. They still want to fight. Nisha pops the Shivas. Still has his BKB. It's a 7-second one.
Oh, good
and Nip is on the run. Boundless Strike onto 2. Hoof Stomp to follow. There's the stolen egg again. Are you serious? And they're going to finally kill the Nip egg. They do have buybacks in full, as Beastmaster will be the 4th to fall. Quap is sitting on 8k gold, by the way. I don't think he's going to have time to go shopping either. There's the roar. Matumba Man going to stay safe for now, but the Sonic Wave completely decimates him. Charlie's going to use his Abyssal Blade on top of the Death Prophet. Pops the BKB finally. There's the Stampede. And it looks like Supreme is going to continue on here. Shadow Strike will slow. And Charlie is going to attempt to beat down Nisha. The Lotus Orb is applied, and Matumba Man did buy back into the game, by the way. It's going to be showing here. He gets off his ult, but the Death Prophet is going to die. We'll buy back into the game. Exorcism is still up. Abyssal Blade onto the Beastmaster. He's going to eat his cheese. He's going to attempt to get out, but he's going to get bashed inside that Wukong's command. So Matumba Man will claim him. That is a dieback Beastmaster. False Promise applied to Charlie, but there's not a whole lot these supports can do at this point. Blinking in is Supreme with a 9,000 gold. Unfortunately, that gold does not apply to your damage in any way, shape, or form. Charlie, finally the False Promise ends, and he dies shortly after. 120 seconds on the deck. Looks like Nip will be falling here and taking the first loss in this best-of-3 series.
Oh, he doesn't have Dragon Tail. Oh, he does. He just leveled up. He could go for Arrow here.
Has the DD, but the Aether Remnant is there. And TP support from Seneko. Inkswell. We can get this stun off. Will we have enough? Ooh. Does that actually go off like that? That's interesting. Era getting Breathe Fire. Nisha no longer in range for him, so we'll have to catch up the old-fashioned way. We'll give up, though, and apply more pressure to Grimstroke. He's getting surrounded here. Supreme has finally found his way to the mid lane. There's the Matumba Man ult, the Haunt to come through. Seneco's going to live. They're going to try to force all this pressure onto the Ember Spear, but the Remnant is available. He will live a little bit longer. Looks like it's going to be a 2-for-1, and the Dragon Knight does fall. Supreme. Wow. They're just going to spot out Matumba.
Puppey's in trouble. He is
inside the trees here. Yeah. Puppey is donezo. The Inkswell finishes him off. He's going to buy back into the game, surprisingly enough. He does have his ultimate to work with, Nisha. Spirit Vessel is already applied, but the Aphotic Shield instantly dispels. And there is Puppey's ult. Matumba Man's going to be saved as a result, but he's getting relatively low. Supreme's going to jump in with his remnants. Will not find a kill, however. Era is the only one to die on the side of Nip, so it's a 1-for-1 with a buyback onto the Coddle. Seneko TP's out.
Oh,
Charlie's going to be a big kill, but the Song of Siren saves him. He's ticking down very low thanks to the Dragon Knight, but will live. And now Supreme and Saberlight and Seneko. Thought he TP'd out. I guess not. Going to get the Soulbind onto 2. Do they have anything to follow it up by? No, it's just going to use for the slow, if nothing else. Saberlight attempting to do as much damage as possible with time lapse into the tier 1 tower, looking for Matumba Man, but the Aphotic Shield again saving another member of Team Secret, Zai. What do you think of this build? So my assumption is you initiate in Shadowblade form, haunt in afterwards, and try to find kills. As Zai is
he didn't even pop his ult, but they found Nisha. That's bigger.
Yeah, he's at half HP. The Soulbind onto 2, and his TP is no longer there. So this is going to be an easy kill at the end of the day on 2 heroes, 2 cores, in fact. And Yapzor looks to be the third. Doesn't look like they have any vision. Is that a normal? Yeah, Yapzor getting initiated on, but here comes the Will-O-Wisp onto 2 heroes, but they're both going to get outside of it. So Secret's going to attempt to go back in, but the Song of the Siren will be used, and now the Will-O-Wisp is gone. See if they can go on top of this. No, they're actually going to potentially retreat here. Saberlight is found. Will be brought down by the Keeper of the Light, it looks like. So it's a 1-for-2 as Secret will continue, and they will find a third in the form of Supreme. Dragon form is down. Will-O-Wisp is down for 20 seconds. They're going to try to delay. Zai's just going to end up walking in. This is a good attempt here. Aphotic Shield is down, but Charlie will get the Aegis of Immortality. He's very low. They could pop it pretty early. Song of the Siren's coming back very shortly. Era drops first, though. Aegis is down. We'll see if they want to fight as these ultimates are now online for Secret. Coddle has absolutely no mana, but pops the wand. There's the Will-O-Wisp onto 3. Ember Spear on the other side. Song of the Siren is used in this conjunction, though. So Puppey does go down as Supreme attempting to get out of dodge. A nice slow here. Beautiful stroke of face slowing everybody down. Supreme pops the Essence Shift, or the Essence Ring. But he has absolutely no remnants for 5 seconds, so all it requires is 1 stun, and they find it. We'll see if that comes into play at all during the rest of this game. Nisha already getting drained heavily. Forced to disrupt him is YapzOr. He's going to have 3 dragons as a result. Era jumps in with the Astro Step. There's the Will-O-Wisp used onto 2 heroes, as unfortunately Puppey dies within the Will-O-Wisp. The fattest Ignis was not enough for him. Soulbind onto 2. BKB popped by the Dragon Knight. They're just going to turn onto Era. He easily melts. YapzOr in the meantime getting healed by Zai. Supreme still working on the Aghanim Scepter. It's going to get silenced here. Essence Ring is popped again. Naga Siren getting extremely low. Has the Song of the Siren. We'll have to pop it here very shortly, but the Ink Swell keeps him safe. And I'm going to turn this back around as Matumba Man very low. Drops to the deck. 3 for 1 with the buyback coming from Era. And this looks to be a very close team wipe here in favor of Nip. Nisha, this mana drain is just destroying Secret.
He's finding us a Sentry Ward. You got out.
He is good to go. Oh. He's ensnared.
Actually, he has to BKB.
He's getting surrounded. Zai is coming for moral support, among other things. Soulbind. It's going to be on both of them. And yeah, with that BKB and Dragon Form activate, I believe Nip will probably just back here. After Will-O-Wisp used, they're trying to get the Weaver. Nice blinding light back into the Will-O-Wisp. So Weaver's dead, and Nip will be forced to retreat. I mean, you popped a big ultimate and BKB. I feel like getting out of there was the right choice here. They might find some more, though. Dragon Tail connects onto Suneko.
Oh, too late on the song.
And
looks like the supports might be in trouble, though. Good Glimmer.
Yeah, YapzOr taking some damage here from Saberlight. As the fight's a bit scattered right now. YapzOr is taking the brunt of the damage, though. He's going to disrupt himself. We'll see if he ends up living through the day. Era getting quite low as well. Dragon Knight soulbound and destroyed. That's his dragon form down. Will come back with the Aegis, but it's a mere mortal, unfortunately for him. He's going to get taunted right off the bat by the Aether Remnant. Matumba Man trying to take some damage. He has the cheese, so will stay alive for a long period of time unless they're able to lock him down. And the Weaver is going to be saved by Song, and Nip looks like they're just going to retreat. Or are they? They're just repositioning so Weaver can stay very safe. Supreme trying to apply as much pressure as possible onto the Spectre. Still has his cheese available. Nisha is the one that's in a real peril here.
Does he want to give the cheese to Nisha here?
It's going to be close, but
nope.
Doesn't move any items to the backpack. So that is 4 for 1. Yes, your purpose is to survive, you see. The name of the game is DK. So much damage being applied to him right now. He is invised. Not sure if they have vision. There's the dust, though. And oh, nice disruption from YapzOr. Matumba Man soulbound to the DK, I believe. And they're going to take a lot of damage as a result. Charlie getting extremely low now. He's going to get bashed, as is Manta and Song still up, holding on to both.
Man, he is patient with that Song.
Yes, he is.
Okay.
They could go back in. His heart is regenerating now.
Oh, this is a big turnaround if they get Nisha. Oh, they dropped the Sentry
Dragon
first.
Tail. He's going to blink out before any damage is applied. YapzOr and Zai might be in a little bit of trouble. Zai had to pop his borrowed time kind of early here. Matumba Man's still fighting. Let's see if they actually want to continue here. Remember, cheese is still on Matumba Man. Charlie taking the brunt of the damage. There's a big Will-O-Wisp on several heroes. Charlie trying to get off his Song, but he's getting stun locked inside the Will-O-Wisp, and he is dead for 90 seconds. No buyback to speak of. And here comes Secret.
Secret are playing this really, really well. The way they're weaving around.
Onto Suneko. Disruption cancels the TP. They're going for more. Supreme taking the brunt of the damage, and the Dragon Tail is enough with the right clicks of both heroes. He drops the Gem of True Sight as well.
Observer Ward sees enough. Winter Wyvern. You do a lot of damage quickly, and the magic missile stun from Kuro ensures you do not get that Winter's Curse out. And now the mana burning off S4. They keep their distance. He has got really a terrible mana pool as this center, especially when he's going dry. But the silence on Miracle. The controller is good, combining with a smoke screen. He can doppelganger and just out of range. And the Stomp from GH will help create just enough space for Miracle on 40 HP to get back. Nature's Prophet sticking with him as well, ready to sprout and control anyone who wants to jump forward. And Nico Baby is exactly that. Does it up. Magic Missile flies forward. He didn't get to the tricks in time, but now everyone from Alliance is rotated down to the bottom lane, ready to try and take their own fight. Stomp is out. Miracle's trying to create a couple of extra copies. S4 swap back underneath the tier 1 tower where all that regeneration's up, and Miracle jumped on top of Nico Baby, finds him behind the tower in the trees and moves over to the next target. GH and Kuro trying to battle up, but Kuro's already gone down. GH is isolated, and actually they curse him against the wall. All right, you'll take it. He'll end up going down as well as the tier 1 tower. Enigma is time to retreat. Alliance have finally decided to fight, and they may take the triple ancient stack too.
Wow.
If they can catch out Pugna, which they do. Diffusal Blade Ricky here at the perfect time, and Weeha just can't get the distance.
They smoke with PL's diffu timing. I could almost call it game losing, because this is a timing when they would potentially want to win, you know, I don't know what, 3, 4, 5 or something
We're
like
going
this.
again. Let's see how Nico Baby goes. The Chen army is keeping a lot of Nigma back. They've already lost Kuro. As S4 runs through the middle of the engagement, it's a great route. Mind Control caught out inside of his own Sprout, and now Pugna becomes the next target. From one to the next, Alliance just allowed to throw punches as Nigma come at them, almost to the conga line. Meanwhile, DP and Centaur are falling behind in their own networks. Of course, you've got your Blink and Crimson, you've got a lot of good items to work with. Bottom lane, this will be a huge catch out of Miracle. He's got Manta Style available. He's got burned off all the mana of S4. They're actually focusing on Nature's Prophet. Hanscom putting that fresh Orchid of his to work. FNG's here too. At VS, time for a swap. Going to get Miracle out of there. But the silence, perfect from Limp, meant there was no extra support to arrive from both Pugna or the Vengeful Spirit. And Pugna now becomes the next target. Limp just heals up to him up. S4, okay, you have to commit the... Yeah, no Stomp available, so have to commit the Curse to make sure Weeha cannot TP your way to safety. And there's 2 huge core kills to go the way of Alliance. And they want more. 2 Blink Strikes forward, Kuro diffused up, can't get away to the safety of the tier 2 tower. It feels like they're always the ones losing out in the fight. And now Nico Baby coming underneath the Sentry Ward, jumps forward, going after GH. He'll have to turn his attention over towards Pugna. GH needs something to help him out, and they've actually caught Nico Baby for a moment, but the silence goes 2 ways. Magic Missile is there, and S4, the stun comes. Able to catch out 2 heroes now with a second life. Nico Baby will put it to use. The Curse, Miracle in the bottom river. He really should be the priority target. They have the silence. He breaks free with the Manta. Now Doppelganger up as well. Which one's the real Miracle? He runs to the right, but he can't get away fast enough. Kuro's looking for the swap. The stun, anything. Start with a Wave of Terror into the Spirit. Prophet's TPing over. Weeha in the trees. S4 just wants to run away from this one. Glimpse now going to come in. He's going to burn pretty heavily underneath that nether wall, which is perfectly trapped inside the trees. Mind Control's BKB looks to kill off Hanscom. Hanscom at least gets the curse off. So Kuro dropping down quickly, but he's not dead yet. Weeha gave him the extra life now at the end and turns his new target, but Limp just forever with these silences makes life so damn difficult. At least S4 is still being chased and not dying quickly. He'll get the stun off, working to kill off Weeha. But the rest of the team now has to fight Miracle. He's the win condition for Nigma, and he's looking for his own fight. S4 being pinged in the tree lines. FNG waiting inside the Sprout. GH just controls him with the Spirit Vessel. Now finishes the job with Kuro. Oh, this feels like a good chance now to go on to Nico Baby. Diffuser Blade out, Smoke Screen as well. GH quickly into the Stomp. Able to get the sleep over, so that net can't hold PL in position long enough. In fact, he's got his own Doppelganger. S4, great Hoof Stomp 4, but Kuro, he's back in again in the fight. Miracle just has to Doppelganger himself away to safety, but Nico Baby sticks with him, and is able to get him inside the tricks of the trade, while Mind Control rooted in the back lines. The Rat Ninja bounces through. Hanscom's so low. GH has to keep his distance for the moment. He doesn't have the Earth Splitter available. Hanscom's still going to end up dropping. We'll see just how much damage more Mind Control has. Kuro low on life. Nico Baby just Phantom strikes himself up again, or Blink strikes himself up again, looking for the kill, but he has to now outrun GH with plus 220 damage. He'll get the Stomp, but he needs the damage to get the output with the Hoof Stomp from S4. Weeha's giving the life back over to GH so he can punch, or at least try once again. Has to move outside the tricks of the trade. S4 sticking around. GH, if he hits that, he's dead, and he knows it, so just TP away to safety. Weeha will not be so lucky. Controlled in the Yules. That was pretty cool.
What? Yeah, I didn't know that.
That was good fun. Vengeful Spirit swapping in S4. Man, they're really quick on the silence. Just exploding him down. And another swap. It's over with the Abyssal Blade stun. Death Prophet. He actually consumes the cheese. Lippel gets so much more life back, but look how quickly they just remove it once again. Under the tower, the cold embrace from Hanscom, creating so much extra space. Kuro will go down again, but hey, we're used to this by now. Another quick blast out. Nico Baby trying to stay on top of Miracle, just Mana Style, and try and get out in there into the fight. Now the sleep is on Nico Baby and FNG. There's no quick follow-up. They just dust up nicely, and they're trying to kill off Chen. Remove any kind of extra heal he's got, but the curse is great onto Mind Control. But Decrepify! Weeha! He stops all the damage coming into Mind Control, so they can continue the fight forward. Charging in Miracle. He's got a gem on him. He's trying to keep tabs on Nico Baby, who has no more mana, nowhere to go. Stomped up by GH. Is there an Abyssal Blade? Yeah, the charges off cooldown. They'll break the trees. Another dusting, just in case the gem isn't enough. And hey, use the Mango Tree as well. It's the perfect perfect vision. They get the silence on Winter Wyvern, so there's no extra control, and the jump forward. The Mango Tree does its work. Wyvern will end up dropping, and Death Prophet, no way to regenerate. Spirit Vesseled up. At least you can play from the other side of the tree line. Nico Baby's doing everything he can to help him out. Defensive Yule set for up and running. Nico Baby still trying to outrun himself away. Finally, you're going to see the Death Prophet die, and the Aegis Immortal, it's cracked on the Ricky. Everyone's coming over. Miracle, Abyssal Blaze done. He needed something, but Nico Baby, he just dodged that with a Meta Style and then blinks away to safety. The EG Spirit is staying with them, but now it's FNG who came up here to help, who gets blinked on by Weeha. Not enough for the drain. The Stampede triggered by S4 to give just enough distance for Alliance to retreat back out. FNG pulled him up. Mind Control is going to BKB right now if he's going to survive. Caught inside the smoke screen, gets the BKB off, and will just TP away to safety, but no, you've got a stun available. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Curse is out. Maybe Winter Wyvern can protect himself. No, he can't. There's enough magical damage from Weeha to finish the job. Kuro can't say the same thing, however, as S4 now out of mana, so Miracle just TP down in front of him, but the Yule Scepter Limp is able to get there in time with a follow-up silence. He can't doppelganger away to safety. Just Phantom Rush towards the range creep. The Crepify is buying a little bit more time, but once again with the smoke screen,
I think they had a small opening to maybe potentially instantly buybacking with the gang Mind Control on top.
Oh, Stampede's coming out. You've already lost Kuro. A quick trick to the trade. Mind Control's in a lot of problems. He's trying to get himself away to save, but the BKB, now Weeha can give him some extra life as Mind Control tries to TP out, but once again another stun. Weeha is giving all the life he possibly can to keep MC up, but it won't work. Down for 2 minutes thanks to the buyback from previous. And Crepify underneath the tower. Now Nico Baby once again just breaks the attack by blink striking himself away to safety, and GH becomes a new target for Limp, diving almost to the fountain. Enigma can use all their buybacks, but they may not have enough if this Phantom Lancer goes down. Weeha is back up and trying to fight. Decrepify again, buying more time for Miracle. Now he can doppelganger and get back to his own tier 4 towers. Nico Baby going for his own dive in with the tricks of trade, but S4, a perfect hook stop. He caught out Miracle. Another doppelganger, but again, another silence. Miracle just has to keep running and running, but S4 under the tier 4 towers will be drained and killed. I want to point out, Objective-Based Gaming, the tier 3 towers are all still up. That's what Alliance are fighting under. They're going to get stumped up by GH. Firex coming in from S4. He wants to keep this fight going, but Miracle, again, Pugner will have to give the life over, or he drains it. Nope, just be S4. Off stopping himself forward as Miracle has to keep on the run. Another jump away with the doppelganger, but another jump forward from Alliance will finally catch him down, and that should actually be the game. A tier 3 tower has not fallen, but Nigma do not have heroes to defend this base anymore. Go talk about the good times with Xanath. Viper underneath the Sentry Water, they got extra detection. Yup. Just pushing around Weeha. Trouble for FNG means he's a sacrifice. Supernova in a fantastic position up on the hill. It's not stopping Hanskin from just jumping forward and Limp wanting to keep the battle going. He will get stunned on the edge, and Kuro TPing out. Nope. Not gonna happen. Not in time, at least. Being very, very close, looking for the right time to initiate Miracle. It'll be hard to escape from this one. Disarm to begin with. Now Prophet will TP in. They get the silence and the clumsy net control. Maybe Sunray from GH will give just enough life, but nope, E-Blade attack will do its work. Not to mention the double swashbuckle, making it difficult for Nigma to retreat. Hanskin still bouncing forward with that blink dagger. It's right on top of Kuro. The trade-off is Mind Control getting the tier 1 tower on the top lane, but you may also lose Viper on bottom. E-Blade can't come up just yet. In fact, there's not enough mana for it, but it won't matter. Viper.
I mean, we've seen them have some issues in the previous games. I mean, I do think that, especially game 1, I kind of like what they were doing with their draft.
Gonna go on Bristle. He's got one charge as well as BKB. Aegis Immortal did just time out, but Pangolier jumping in a little bit deeper. Nico just also picked up himself a Lincoln Sphere, so Kuro is done. Goes begging, but the roll from Mind Control, that'll connect over on the Morphling, but he's still getting so much more life. You can break him if you want, but Limp's BKB running forward. Cool Sprays are really starting to stack up. Crystal Maiden will die, but she's pretty squishy as it is. The Necro books, oh, Limp, that's a lot of damage to take by killing it off, but it won't stop Pangolier. Once again, jumping forward, they break the Viper with the Morphling. He goes in with the E-Blade. No, he's just physically damaging it down the old-fashioned way. As the two big calls from Nigma are down, and Nico, he wants to find himself a pop target. Kuro is going to be exactly that. Just jump over the Sunray. GH trying to turn as fast as he possibly can, but the Adaptive Strike pushing back GH, so ESC4 can finish the job. And they may just want to call it in just a second. Beastmaster is hanging inside the pit. They want more. S4 Man the front lines, hearing the Rolling Thunder begin. Limp actually catches Weehar in the back lines. Ogre already stunned up, never even able to get his roar off or his Necroporks. Beastmaster is dropped. That's really the game. You just TP'd Weehar all the way home. GG is called from Kuro. Alliance will 2-0 the series.
Let's see what kind of, oh, he might, oh my goodness, FN, what you doing in the river, buddy?
Yeah, he's going to get fished, and now the Stomp comes in to follow up as well. Virtus.pro surrounding FN, but they're struggling to really get the damage off here, and actually, he pops a Ghost Shroud, keeping himself alive. Meanwhile, in comes the Supernova on the backlines. They've lost Solo. FN now out of spells, just kind of cowering on the side of the cliff, but Zad is able to get in and kill off that Supernova, and now they jump in with LTW. He finds FN, looks across to Iron as well, and Iron, he's getting run down under the tier 1 tower. Maybe they even turn this into a fight. Solo, yeah, this guy's happy to give his life. I mean, look at Solo, he's just charging at people. He's like, come on, I want you to blink up me, but a nice ultimate coming out from Iron, but actually doesn't catch anybody inside of it. TM tries to jump in, but doesn't actually land the Berserker's Call. Now throws it down onto the Sentinel, but he doesn't care. He's tanking. In comes the Supernova. They're trying to deal with him on the backlines here, and Zayat's trying to play around. Will bring it down. Is he going to give his life? No, as he gets the time lapse off. Meanwhile, Lasto out onto the Ricky, but they turn around with Reaper's Tide. No one's going to be one to lose his life. Ricky getting away, but Resolution chases up to the high ground and gets a kill in response. Meanwhile, the stun comes out. Monocast onto the Axiom, trying to get himself away. Can he get himself out, though? The heal's coming through, keeping alive through the urn, but RTW is still healthy in the middle of this fight as they run down the support heroes. Now they look over towards the Axe, and Solo will finish the job. Trades his life for it, but it's a good trade for him. Does he trade his life for it, actually? He's fast. He's out of there. See you later. Right?
Yeah, exactly. He had the swarm on the Axe, so it wasn't showing for us there. Oh.
They're going on him anyway. The call comes out. Nicely done. Alrighty, they find it in the end. A little bit beat greedy there from Zayas, but they're actually still looking for this one. They don't care that their Weaver's dead. They're still going, and Ricky in some trouble. This comes through onto 2, holding them down. DM gets off the call, but is it going to save his life? I don't think so. Although a nice wall from Iron comes out, and now FN comes on in. He's got a Reaper's Side. He goes to use it, but gets stunned up by Solo, cancelling out that Reaper's Side. The jump in, though, the call, they found the Axe, and surely the Reaper's Side will come down onto him. It will. A Resolution, they'll still looking to fight this one. RTW coming in the backlines, finds a kill onto Iron and looking for more. Meanwhile, RTW, he's not that healthy himself. Iron's on top of him, FN as well. They won't be able to get him down. Yeah, DM looking for it, searching for it. He'll get the call instead onto Yoga Magi. It's a small kill, but it's one they will be happy with regardless. Yeah, he's going to be the big dog.
Oh, here we go. Bat Rider. Again, another fight.
In on to Bat. No one making mistakes here as he's gonna get picked off eventually. Meanwhile, they get the return trade onto Einhair. Not a good trade at all for Virtus.pro, though. And now the heals are coming out onto FN. Even though they're doing a decent amount of damage to them, they might need to get him out of here, but the Stampede's coming in. They can't get him out. Now the call comes in from DM, giving Epileptic Kid the space he needs to survive. Look at DM, the hero, dragging the entirety of Virtus.pro off his Ricky and over towards himself. He will die for this. Always, when you're looking at this little gold number at the top of the screens there, but if someone's actually not spending that money, then they don't have that translated into worth. Meanwhile, Lasso's out onto the Axe. He's just being straight up assassinated on the front lines here as Virtus.pro find that pick off, and now looking forward to the +1s, and it's actually ILTW going on to FN here, and there doesn't seem to be much FN can do about this one. The Stampede's coming out, but I'm going to try and help him out. Throws down the ultimate. FN still on the run, but they are just cutting him off, and the stun comes out from Solo. Meanwhile, Save trying to help him out, throwing in the Sun Rays. Got a Supernova if he really wants to commit this one, but knows that he'll just die so quickly. He's just going to accept his death here, I think, and they're even finding +1s on top of this. He does throw down the Supernova. It's not going to get much done other than lead to Solo's death, but I think Epileptic might be a little bit brave going in for this one as he does commit onto it, but now he's dusted up, being beaten down, and this is the Ricky losing his life. Iron as well, going to be dropping. DM tries to go in, goes for the core here, doesn't quite have the damage to get through the Sentinel, does now drop that Axe down on top of him. There are still options for them, I think it's important to note. But now, coming forwards, yeah, they're looking for something. No one just disrupting a play to get on the backlines, but Iron's going to be the first one to drop. DM, though, gets the call, but it's onto the Spectre with the Aegis. I'm not sure how much this is really going to get done. They might be able to kill him off once, but for what? Meanwhile, Supernova comes up, beautifully placed on the high ground here, but unfortunately, the only person inside of it is really Solo, and I don't really think he cares. I mean, he's not even going to get caught out by the stun anyway. Meanwhile, they're doing a hell of a job just sniping out FN on the sidelines here. They will lose Solo, but look at the damage coming onto this Necro. He needs help, and he needs it now, but right now, another Reaper's Scythe comes in and kills off Resolution. Now they look over towards with the call onto the window. Bug is down, and ILTW might be heading the same way as well. He's trying to make his way through the trees. Do they have the vision? Do they have the time? Meanwhile, the Lasso comes down onto the Necroboss here along with the Spectre ulti. All of a sudden, it's turning again. Prodigy are in trouble. They lose FN. They lose DM. They look towards Save as well. RTW back in the middle of this fight as they cut down Epileptic Kid.
That they just stopped like going on him altogether. Well,
yeah.
This is
Maybe
gonna be huge.
in comes the Spectre ultimate. DM is able to jump himself away and actually gets a 2-man call off here. That's not bad. Reaper's Side comes out on the back. Sorry, Lasso comes out of the backlines onto FN, controlling him up, and they actually throw him on the cliff. Meanwhile, on the front lines, and Stampede being used just to keep LTW and Resolution alive. It's a really scattered fight, but FN is just burning up on the cliff. He does get the Reaper's Side up onto Solo before he dies here, but a beautiful play from No One.
No One is who's killing Necrophos this entire game.
Jumping forward to Ricky, he needs a chance to get off some items, get off some tricks and trade, get off something, but he's just going to get killed inside. LTW brings him down. Meanwhile, they look over towards DM. DM's going to get dropped as well. LTW rampaging through the lines of Virtus.pro right now. The Supernova going to be used defensively, just try and bring something down here. Weaver is going to use his life to try and bring down this egg. That won't happen, but nevertheless, it's going to be the only kill which Prodigy have gotten so far, and now the Sunray cancel out by the Centaur. Save trying to do something here. He needs some help. DM jumps in, goes for the call onto the Ogre Magi. I mean, it's something, but RTW is just completely unstopped right now. Comes in from the side. It's going to be an easy rampage and maybe even going for the double here as he brings down DM for a second time. There's a waiting party, cutting off their retreat, but who's cutting off whom? DM's coming on in. He's actually going to go for the call. Grabs it onto the Grimstroke here. Grimstroke, he's going to lose his life fairly quickly, or is he? Stampede comes out. He's just running himself away. Meanwhile, RTW just cuts through Save. It's actually Virtus.Prodigy who've lost in the front of the list line. Now FN trying to make something happen, but he's taken so much damage. Needs to get himself back, but still wants to try and help out with this kill. And now the ultimate pop from the Spectre. FN needs to get himself away, but RTW still chasing. He might just tick down to the urn regardless. Meanwhile, Ein dies in the backlands. DM desperately trying to turn this into a win. And Epileptic Kid's turning up to this one as well, trying to find themselves the fight they need. Zayats, he's going to go for the X-Roll. Doesn't pay off. He gets cut down, and now they look for No One. They want to find this mid laner. They want to find the Invoker, but he turns around, throws down the Tornado, but they know where he is. Axe is going to follow him. DM coming in as well. Everyone coming on over the top. He is invis, but they've got the
No One.
He wants revenge. He wants that Invoker, and he will find him. Epileptic Kid kills off No One.
They used to play this with Sniper. They would just run. He would just run behind the Sniper and just bloodlust him nonstop the entire game with no breaks.
Stampede for the bottom lane, but the Supernova has been popped. They're looking over. LTW is actually getting kind of low. They will kill off FN. Let's see if they can find the return kill, but a Tornado catches them out beautifully, slowing down the aggression from Virtus.Prodigy and allowing Virtus.Pro to regroup and get themselves nice and healthy, and this will not be a kill in the end. And they're coming back in. They're throwing some daggers. They're looking to try and make this fight happen. DM's going to get the call out onto the Ogre Magi, but it is just an Ogre, not really getting too much done, and they don't really seem to care that much about DM running around their front lines. Now they turn around, try to drop him with some magic damage. A Tornado will put an end to it, but maybe they get LTW. They need a little bit more. Save's going to dive in and get the kill onto the Spectre. Meanwhile, Troll Warlord, he's in some trouble here. He needs some help from his teammates. If he gets onto Zayats, maybe he gets the health from it, but no, he won't. He will go down, and actually Safe's going to get beaten in as well.
Not farming there at all, like for the past pretty much 8 minutes, I would say.
Stun out. On to Ogre Magi. He's going to try and turn it around, but is going to get his life taken away. But they've killed off Ein as well. Meanwhile, Save is trying to keep no one out of the fight. Meanwhile, Graves gets a pretty nice stroke out onto both the Axe and the Lesh, and then links them together. Meanwhile, Supernova comes out on the backlines. It could be nice. The core comes out from DM, but it's not enough to save FN. FN's already lost his life. Put the Troll in the backlands. Kills off No One. Meanwhile, up onto the cliff. RTW trying to look for an escape here, but they've got vision. They keep on running him down with the Sunray. RTW tries to come off the other side, but he gets killed off all the same. Virtus.Prodigy going to be much more inclined to try and take this fight. Epileptic Kid's going to start throwing some axes away by RTW. What's our vision looking like? Not much on either side, to be honest. So a blind fight both ways. They jump in for the call, but only landing onto the Ogre Magi once again, and they're not going to be in time to save Epileptic Kid, but immediate buyback from him. They want to try and make this fight work for them, but FN is just getting his life taken away by RTW with that blade mail. They're going to look over towards them, though, try and make this happen, but in comes the sword blind, but the battle trance is there. The damage comes in, they'll take down ILTW. Meanwhile, double stun. Triple stun, quadruple stun as he gets a multicast, but doesn't really make much happen, to be honest. It goes back on to No One, and a follow-up with the call as well. DM times it nicely. Can he get the damage to finish off the job? If he get the culling blade off, it would just about be in. The right click comes in from Ein. That sentry placed a little bit earlier on doing God's work to finish the job. Meanwhile, under the tower, Epileptic Kid playing a little bit carefully here, but they really want to get this tier 1 taken down. Meanwhile, Zayat's finding a nice little catch onto Ein on the sidelines, a little bit overextended. DM still waiting, but a buyback from Invoker. They see themselves an opportunity. They jump forward and start to Troll Ward. He's just put it back. Is there any save for him? DM jumps in. He gets a call, but unfortunately, Invoker's not inside of it. Still right-clicking him down and brings down the Troll Wall. Now look over towards DM as well, and DM will not be surviving this one. Virtus.Pro once again squeezing that lemon. Waiting on the high ground. Axe has been thrown the way of Solo. They have somehow a little bit of vision up here. Oh, they've got the vision on the Anyways, Troll been thrown up into the air. In comes a stomp. In comes the damage. His mana is gone and his health along with it. Goodbye, Epileptic Kid. Removed from the game. Ein stumbling as well. Meanwhile, FN gets a nice little kill into Zayats at least, but they're just cowering under their tower as Ein gets run down by Solo and co.
He's ran into the...
Oh, run. All right, we're looking towards the Ogre. They're still waiting on their BKB on the Troll Warlord. It's just not there yet. And FN's going to pop that BKB. Is it going to do anything? No, it's really not looking like it's gonna. Oh, the heals. Okay, he's staying alive, but RTW just jumped in and kills him anyway. And they're gonna be able to get Ein, FN, DM goes down as well. Supernova just being fed to RTW here. Although I say that, he can't actually finish the job here. And Epileptic's coming on over, but he just gets out of the stun range just about. Yep. Maybe. No one is a dust. They have it. Let's go. Killing off no one will be successful. The dunk comes down, and no one will be sent to the grave. It's something. Resolution's gonna be a little bit careful here. He blinks away quite sensibly. If Ein finds him though, he could be in some trouble. Or maybe it's oh Jesus Christ.
Joe, this guy's got a Resolution. What's happening? These guys. I think he thinks he's playing carry still.
What role am I again? Oh yeah, that's right. Meanwhile, jump in the call onto the Ogre. Again, these Ogre calls just not doing it for them right now. They might be able to finish off Solo at the very least. Meanwhile, they got to keep the alive. Will be successful in doing so. Meanwhile, they lost Solo, and the stun is out onto the Spectre, but they want the targets which aren't carrying that Aegis. And Zayats is going to be that target. Axe is heading his way. Glimpse back as well. Zayats is going to lose. Meanwhile, in they go. Resolution goes for the big call, but it doesn't come off. The Yules comes out. Holds him still. Epileptic, and he's got the Spectre on top of his face, but he still gets some damage in response. Can he bring him down? No, not quite. And the Troll will die, and Save has got as well. The final hurrah from Prodigy.